Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a vlog here, and we're going to talk a little bit about, we're also going to talk a little bit about Blizzard and the cancellation of Titan, and what I feel that is the cause and effect of this whole thing. So, without further ado, let's go. So, I haven't made a video in a little while. That's because I've been kind of busy with personal stuff. We're buying a new property and selling our condo here. So, for anybody that's ever done any of that type of stuff, you know how consuming that is to someone's time, doing everything you've got to do for that. So that's the reason for that. But we're all kind of caught up now, so that's why I got time to do some videos and so forth. So here we go. So today's topic is going to be the cancellation of Titan and how that I think that is just the after effect of a much bigger problem that has been created, and it was created by Blizzard. So it's kind of paradoxical because Blizzard created the problem, and then they ended up being the victim of the problem that they created. The success of World of Warcraft was, by all estimations, probably 10 times what anybody thought that when that game was being produced, what the success would be of that. So what ended up happening was you had every other developer, game developer, producer, etc., that even had the idea of doing an MMO. You had them deciding that the only way to be remotely competitive and profitable, such as with World of Warcraft, was to basically make a game like World of Warcraft, using the same type of ideas and concepts and so forth, and maybe changing things just a little bit here and there, but basically creating the theme park style versus the sandbox style of MMO. And of course, where you used to have, before World of Warcraft's massive success, you had developers and producers who were happy to have 200,000 subscribers to an MMO. But then, of course, after World of Warcraft started hitting in the multiple millions of subscribers, things all changed. So what you're left with is that at some point Blizzard decided, well, we need to start working on a successor to World of Warcraft, codenamed Titan, and they fell prey to the situation that they created. A lot of these other game developers have put out MMOs that have failed horribly because they were trying to be the next World of Warcraft, instead of saying, hey, why don't we come out with something unique and different and outside the box, and maybe we'll get a following of people that enjoy the game, and word of mouth will spread and everything else. They wanted to use the same type of model that World of Warcraft did, thinking that was the only way to be successful. Well, here we have it. World of Warcraft, or Blizzard I should say, has found out that even themselves could not, with the amount of money that they were putting into Titan, just couldn't reach that bar to say this is going to be the next big, the WoW killer. I mean, you know, That's the term that everybody likes to use. And everybody says, oh, well, you know, this sucks. You know, Titan would have been great, blah, blah, blah. And the bottom line is that it's ironic because the only reason that they put themselves in a situation where Titan could fail was because they were so successful with World of Warcraft. The only reason that, and everybody says, oh, they lost, you know, whatever it was, $20 million, $50 million, whatever it was on Titan. Well, that would have never even been a possibility had World of Warcraft not made a quadzillion dollars in the 10 years that it's been out. So, you know, it's a chicken and egg thing. You know, so anyway, those are my thoughts on it. I think that let's say that Blizzard had never come up with the idea of World of Warcraft, and they had just at some point decided whatever this codename Titan thing was, that was going to be their first game. It probably would have gotten produced, and it probably, because they do make good games, Blizzard is a good developer, obviously. It probably would have been wildly successful, maybe not to the level of World of Warcraft, but it probably would have got produced, and it probably would have been successful. But because they had created this giant behemoth, they couldn't even live up to the expectations. So, you know, it would. I guess I would put it on the same category as if you are a fan of the show Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is at a level now with success and cult following and everything and awards and everything else, that now they're doing a spin-off series called it's about the lawyer Saul Goldman, I believe is his name, and anyway, so the name, I forget the name of the show that they're, see, there you go, I can't even think of the name, I can't even remember the name of it. Better Call Saul, that's the name of it, and because that was a tagline from Breaking Bad. But if that show does not reach the level of success that Breaking Bad did, most people are going to say, oh, well, it bombed. But if you were to have released that and it was of any success at all, it'd say, oh, well, you were a success. You made a successful show. But when you compare it to the behemoth of Breaking Bad, now they've got to climb this mountain to try and be as good as and as successful as Breaking Bad. Same thing with World of Warcraft and Titan. Same exact thing. So, anyway, I have been rambling on enough, and I just wanted to get my thoughts down on this whole thing with, and I'm not shocked by the whole announcement of Titan being canceled and so forth, because of the situation that I've talked about. Now, the developer that I think is doing it right, and I hate to say this because I've had a lot of issues with Sony Online, is I think they're doing it right with EverQuest Next, because they have decided at some point to be very open with the community and talking about everything that they're doing. They got rid of the cloak and dagger shit where everything is secretive and code-named and NDA this and NDA that and all that. And they realized, hey, social media is not going anywhere. Let's use social media to our advantage. And I think they're doing it the right way. And they're taking their time, but they're using the feedback of the players and everybody else and the media and everybody like that to help them mold the next game. So that might be the only way to be successful in the MMO market now. And I'm not saying successful meaning it's going to be a WoW killer. I'm just saying it'll be a successful game. It'll be profitable. That's what I think. So anyway, so we're going on 10 minutes here. That'll be enough. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.